everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with my empties for January and February. I have everything laid out in front of me. And yeah, I'll just go category by category. I have something that I'm adding to my empties that I haven't done before. I have for each of the categories of empties, I have like the dollar amount of the products that I used up, and then at the end I'll give you the grand total. And then I also have like specifically for my Sephora items like the cost of those as well. I had done a video, it was called What Does My Face Cost? And in that video I went through sort of like my full face of makeup, and then I figured out the cost of all the items. And it was really interesting to just kind of realize like how much stuff sort of adds up. So I thought it would be fun or just interesting to start adding into my empties the dollar amount of the items I'm going through, because I think you can kind of keep track of your spending, or specifically Sephora, you know how much you're spending there, but you don't really think about like, what am I actually getting through? What is the dollar amount of that? I thought it would be kind of an interesting counterpoint to like thinking about what you're spending, also to realize what you're actually going through and the cost of those items. So that's what I've done here. Hopefully it makes the empties a little more interesting. And yeah, I will get started with my first category, which is skincare. So for skincare, I don't have a lot of empties. I didn't finish up a ton of stuff over the past 2 months, but I do have a couple of things. So to start off with, I have this toner from Boots. It's the Simply Sensitive Gentle Toner. I've gone through quite a few bottles of this. I really do like this toner. I also had this in my skincare routine video that I did. That was like a month ago or so, I think, at this point. But I really like this toner, but I went to Target recently to try to repurchase it, and they don't sell this line anymore. And then kind of looking online to try to figure out the price of it, I realized it's not really available anywhere anymore. So I'm kind of now on the hunt for another toner, but I really like this one. It's just a basic toner, but it doesn't have any alcohol or anything like a lot of drugstore toners have alcohol, which I don't really want to put onto my skin. So yeah, at this point I can't repurchase this, which is sad, but I did use that one up and I did like it. And as I'm showing you things, so I have everything laid out in front of me, but as I'm showing you things, I'm putting it back into my container. So if you hear a noise, that's what that is. So next I have my eye makeup remover. This is from Neutrogena. It's the oil-free eye makeup remover. I have been using this stuff for years. It always seems to be in my empties. It takes me a few months to go through one of them. So love this stuff. I've already repurchased it. It does a really good job of taking off my eye makeup. So there's that. The next item is a sheet mask. This is from Yes to Tomatoes. It's the Detoxifying Charcoal Paper Mask. And it was like a black mask. And it's supposed to like detoxify your skin. It has like witch hazel in it. You're supposed to leave it on for 10 minutes. And then it says, so it has the directions on back. It says close eyes and relax for 10 minutes. Remove mask. Tingling ? Yes, it's working. I usually find these masks really relaxing. It's nice to kind of put them on and lay back and relax for a little bit. But this one, I would say the tingling aspect of it, it was extreme. It was more than tingling, I would say. It was like stinging almost. So it wasn't the most relaxing of experiences. Since it did say on it, like specifically, like it does tingle, like I didn't just take it off my skin really quickly. I like tried to use it, and I didn't have any adverse reaction to it. Didn't make my skin like super red or anything. But it definitely wasn't super relaxing. So I've tried other sheet masks that I like more. So I would say I wouldn't repurchase this one, but you know, I tried it out. I guess fun to try, I suppose. And then finally for skincare, I have from Josie Maran the Argan Oil. This one I got, it was like in a 500 point perk from Sephora. So I used up this Argan Oil. I liked it, but I have other oils that I like better. Specifically, I really like from Fresh the Sea Berry Oil. And then I also really want to try from Drunk Elephant the Virgin Marula Oil. So I don't think I would purchase this in the full size, but you know, it was fine. I don't have any major complaints with it, but you know, I just have stuff that I'd rather try or stuff that I like better. So those are my skincare empties. Again, not a ton of stuff, But for that category, the cost of the items that I used up was $15.71. And I did want to make a note of how I sort of calculated the cost of everything. So, you know, for anything I have receipts of, I can look up the exact price of what I spent. For other things, I kind of had to like look online to see current cost of things. So I try to do my best at getting the cost. The cost also includes my like local tax rate. And then for anything I got free, so like that argan oil, which I got with a 500 point perk, for anything like that, I just have the dollar as 0. So it's not really, I don't really want to get like the value of everything. It's more of the cost, like what I actually spent on the products. So that's how I kind of went about getting the cost. Not exact in all cases to what I spent, but I tried my best to be as accurate as possible. So anyway, moving on to my next category, which is makeup. I have a few makeup items. This was all stuff from my various Project Pan projects. So I had one that I was doing the end of last year. I actually finished up in January. So I have 3 empties actually from that project. So firstly, I have the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray, which is a very long name. But I was using this up in my Project Pan. I'm kind of compare this one to the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. That's the one I'm using currently. I would say I like the Urban Decay one better. But this one is still really good. And I would say for the price in comparison to the Urban Decay one, that this one, you know, the Urban Decay one at full price isn't like that much better than this one. So I do think this one is nice. The one thing with this, the sprayer, I didn't love as much. It was one that tend to leave more like large droplets of the spray on your face. So I did pour this into a little Urban Decay like travel size bottle to use it because I like their sprayer better. But yeah, I like the Urban Decay one more. It is more expensive. I think the full cost of the Urban Decay spray is like $39. Where I think this one was around 12, I want to say like 12 or $14.99, like somewhere over $10, less than $20 sort of range, less than like $15. The full cost of the Urban Decay is $39, so more than twice the cost of this. But I was able to get the Urban Decay one in a set. It was like $39 for 2, plus it was around the VIB sale time, so I was able to get 20% off. So purchasing it that way, it kind of made it more worth it. Like I would buy the Urban Decay if I could get it in that sort of deal again over this. But if I had to pay the full price for the Urban Decay, I would pick this one instead, if that makes sense. So I think the Urban Decay is better, but only when I can buy it at a discounted price. But, you know, this was still a good product. So that's that. Then I also used up a primer. This is from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Light. This is another item that I had used up in my last Project Pan. And this I cut into to get all the products. I really do like this. It's just a good lotiony primer. I don't really like any primers that are too heavy or anything too silicone-y, so this is a nice one. Over this year, I have a lot of primer samples, like both deluxe sizes, foil packet size, so I'm trying to get through all of those, and at that point, then I purchase a full size of something. So I would consider this in the running for the next full-size primer that I had purchased, but since I have a lot of samples and stuff to get through, I might discover something else that I like more. But I did really like this, so I could say at some point in the future I could see myself repurchasing this one. Then I have a mascara. This was also from my Project 10 pan, my last Project 10 pan, but I just used it up recently. This is the NARS Audacious Mascara, and some of this stuff, I have a body like an oil that is kind of getting all over the product, so some of them kind of look kind of greasy, but anyway. This is the NARS Audacious Mascara. It's just in the travel size. I have to say, I didn't love this mascara. I thought it didn't do a lot for my lashes. I started to like it a little bit more as it kind of dried up a little bit more, but not my favorite. And then the brush, this, I don't know, it's like a really pokey and like large brush, and I felt like it was sometimes like would stab me in the eye. Like, I don't know, I did not really love the brush a lot. So that one I used up, definitely wouldn't want to repurchase this, or I guess purchase it in the first place. And then I have two other products on the makeup category. They're both lip products that I've used up for my current project pan that I have going on. So the first one was from Fresh. This is the Sugar Lip Treatment in the color Nude. I have this in my purse. I love these things. They're so moisturizing. They add a little bit of color. They have like SPF 15, I think. Yeah. They're just like a nice like lip product. So that's it rolled all the way up. So it's just a really pretty nude color, but it does have like a shimmer to it, which is really nice. So I really did enjoy this one. These are like my favorite lip products, which I always have. I like having different colors to try out. So really love this. And then finally for the makeup category, I have a lip gloss. This is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lip Gloss in the color Maverick. And it's this pretty, it was like a kind of more pigmented lip gloss. It was like a reddish, it wasn't really, I guess it was more red, but like a darker color. Really pretty. It looks like I have a lot left in the tube, but what happened, I was trying to take the stopper out so I could get all of the product, and the stopper ended up falling into the bottom of the tube, and now it's stuck down there and I can't get it out. But it kind of pushed up the product at the bottom to the sides, so I can't get any more of the product, and the way the stopper stuck in there makes it look like there's a lot more product left than there actually is. So I can't get any more product out of this, so it's empty, but you know, it's still a nice lip gloss. I really did like this. I wouldn't say I'd repurchase this just because I don't go through lip glosses that fast. I really don't. I prefer more like lipsticks over lip glosses, so I don't think I would buy this in the full size, but I did enjoy using it while I had it. So for the makeup category, for all the items I used up, in total, they totaled to $54.32. Moving on to the next category, which is body care. I have a bunch of stuff of body care I went through. I'd say 90% of it's Bath & Body Works. I do have one lone non-Bath & Body Works item. I'll just mention this first. This is the EOS Shave Cream. It's in the scent Tropical Fruit. If you watched my empties before, I always seem to have one of these in my empties. I guess I go through one every few months, or I guess every couple of months. But I really like this stuff. I have another scent in my shower now, and then I have like a backup. So I really like this, like the formula of it. It's just kind of a thick sort of cream. I really prefer it. And the one thing I will say about this is it is just a pump. So as you get down, as you're using up the product, like once the product is running out, you can't really pump it out anymore. So you kind of have to store upside down and then like open the top of it to try to get the product out. So you kind of have to mess around with it a little bit to get like the full use out of this. But I don't really mind that. I will go through that extra effort because I do really enjoy this. So that's the first empty for body care. The rest of it is all Bath & Body Works. I will start with my kind of foaming hand soaps. I always have these in my empties. I've been buying these for a few years, or I don't even know how many years now, quite a few years now. But I really love their foaming hand soaps. They have such a variety of scents, and you can get stuff that are super seasonal and for different holidays. So I just really enjoy these. So the first one I used up, it was a fall scent. This is the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. The notes of this are creamy pumpkin, toasted marshmallow, and warm praline. And it's just a nice, like warm, but kind of sweet scent. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. A very fall scent, but I really, really like this. And I love the packaging of this as well. I think it's super fall, super cute. So definitely would consider repurchasing this one. My next two hand soaps, I've used up 3 hand soaps in the past 2 months, but the next two are very like Christmas sort of winter type scents. The first one was Fresh Sparkling Snow. This one says it's icy pear and melon frosted with winter musk. And for this one, I get really the fruity notes. I don't get much of a musky note, but I mean, I really do like it. It's really a nice scent. I love the packaging of this one as well. Like the snowflake, if you can see, it has like glitter. And the packaging is super winter, but the scent isn't super winter. So I just think it's nice. It's kind of like a fresh, kind of refreshing sort of scent. So I really do like this. I think I've had this one before, or something similar, but I definitely would consider repurchasing this next winter time. And then finally, one of my favorite scents is the Twisted Peppermint, and I use this up in the hand foaming hand soap formula. So this is sweet peppermint, sugared snow, and vanilla butterscotch, and I love this. If you like peppermint scents, I definitely recommend this one. It's like the overwhelming smell is the peppermint, but also kind of has that sweet vanilla note, which is just so nice. So love this. Definitely, I've been purchasing this scent for a few years now and will continue doing so as long as they continue to make it. And then also in the Twisted Peppermint scent, I have a few more things from that scent. So I have their Shea, what's this called? It's the Ultra Shea Body Cream in the Twisted Peppermint set. And for these lotions from Bath & Body Works, I do cut into them to like get all of the product out. But I used up the body cream, which it's super nice in the body care. It's just so like refreshing to use. So use that one up. And then I also have a hand cream in the Twisted Peppermint scent. This is the Nourishing Hand Cream with shea butter and vitamin E. Now the packaging is different because this is from a few years ago, so you can see how they change the packaging of it every year. But this was nice as well. It's like good for my hands, so I did really like that. And then another scent I used up from Bath & Body Works was the Pretty as a Peach scent, which I have in the shower gel and then also in the Ultra Shea Body Cream. Again, I cut into it to get all the product. And quickly, I'll just mention, although it doesn't really matter, but I love the packaging of this. I think it's so pretty. But, I mean, I love the scent as well. Like, peach is one of my favorite scents. Like, I love peppermint more for, like, holiday time, but for, like, an all year-round type of scent, I really love peach. So, really enjoyed those. And then my final body care item, also from Bath & Body Works, but this is from the Aromatherapy line. It's the Stress Relief Eucalyptus Tea Sugar Scrub. This is such a nice scrub. Like, some scrubs tend to dissolve very quickly, but this one doesn't. It's just like a good heavy-duty scrub. It does have oil in it, so that's kind of the oil that's getting on some of the other products, but it's super nice kind of in the bath. I really did like this. So definitely would consider purchasing or repurchasing this at some point in the future. Really enjoyed that one. So that's everything for body care. So in that category, the total of my empties was $45.27. My next category is hair care. And in this category, I'll start off with a shampoo conditioner. These are both from Garnier Fructis. It's the Fortifying Shampoo and Conditioner in the Full and Plush range, and it's supposed to be for visibly fuller, thicker hair. I tend to buy a lot of Garnier Fructis. I like the brand. Maybe it's the smell of it. I don't know what really draws me to it. My hair, I don't like color treat it or do anything really special with it, so I just use like drugstore shampoos, conditioners, and I mean, I don't have anything remarkable to say about these. I don't know if I'd necessarily repurchase them. They weren't bad. I just don't have it like super anything like they're amazing, you have to buy them sort of feelings about them. But, you know, they were fine, and I used those up. And then also from Garnier Fructis, I have it's the Grow Strong Mask. It's also a fortifying treatment. It's more like a deep conditioner. I would use this like once or twice a week to kind of more deeply condition my hair. Looking at the price, or trying to look online for the price of this, I don't think this is no longer available. I think they have other stuff in this sort of like range, but I don't think they have this particular product anymore. But you know, it wasn't like super amazing that I need to like seek it out to repurchase it, but you know, it's just like kind of a basic deep conditioner, but I did enjoy using that. I have a dry shampoo that I used up. This is from Herbal Essences. It's the Naked Dry Shampoo. And this one I had bought like I think a shampoo maybe or a conditioner, and then this came as like a freebie. And it's just like a travel size of their dry shampoo, but I honestly didn't love this that much. It was one of those like dry shampoos that sort of when you spray it on, it kind of leaves your hair a little bit wet. And it really made me feel like I didn't like dry shampoos. I recently have been using one from Living Proof. It's the Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo, and that stuff is really great. So it just kind of showed me that how bad this one was, in my opinion. So yeah, nothing I've repurchased there. I have a travel size hairspray. This is from John Frieda. It's the Frizzy's Moisture Barrier Firm Hold Hairspray. I have this in the full size as well. This is good for a travel size hairspray. I mean, I just need some hold. I don't know. I'm not that particular with my hairsprays. So yeah, I'd repurchase this one, especially in the travel size. Since I have the full size, it's been taking me forever to get through, so I kind of want to use that up. I want to get something else just to have a variety, but for travel size, I would say I'd repurchase this. I mean, it's fine. No complaints with it. And then finally for hair care, I have one of my all-time favorites. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 5-in-1 Styling Treatment. I've gone through a few of these. I already have another one that I'm using. I always have it on hand. I have a travel size, so I love to travel with it and kind of have it all times. I really, really like this stuff. It just gives a little bit of body to my hair, and if I were to narrow down my hair products and just use my essentials, I would put this as one that I would want to continue using. I really like this stuff. So those are all my hair care empties, and the value of those items was $36.63. My next category is what I consider tools. It's not really anything that I put on my face or hair or makeup or anything. It's kind of a miscellaneous sort of category, which I've just categorized as tools, but I'll show you those products. So I have some cotton rounds. This is just the Up and Up brand from Target. It's the basic cotton rounds. I go through these, I would say every few months or I guess it would be takes me, I guess, 2 months to go through a bag of 100. But I use these to take off nail polish, take off, eye makeup on my face with my micellar water, apply a toner. These have so many uses, so I always am going through my cotton rounds. And then I have a brush cleaner. This is from Sonia Kashik. It's the brush and sponge cleaner, and it's just a liquid that has a spray. So it makes washing brushes really easy. I really like this for eyeshadow brushes in particular. I think it works well for that. It's just kind of a quick way to clean. Good for spot treatment. I will say with this, it does have a lavender scent. It's pretty heavy lavender scent. So if you don't like lavender, you might not like this. But I do, so it doesn't bother me. But I have already repurchased this, so I do really like this. So that's kind of what I would consider tools or sort of miscellaneous. So in that category, the value of the items I used up was $9.75. And then next category is candles, which I always have my candles in my empties. So, it's kind of a mix of stuff. But anyway, so I have 4 candles that I have used up over the past 2 months. 3 of them are from Bath & Body Works, the 3-wick candles, which I love. And I love burning stuff during the winter time. It's just so cozy and nice to burn stuff more in the winter than the summer, even though I burn candles throughout the whole year, to be honest. First empty is Marshmallow Fireside. I love this candle. This is one of my all-time favorite candles, or I would even say my favorite candle. The notes on this are toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, and crystallized amber. And this is a great fall winter candle, but I always seem to burn it around in the winter, kind of January time. I love this candle though. It's so nice. So if you haven't smelled this, I definitely recommend it. It definitely has that kind of not really smoky, because I've had smelled ones that are more smoky. This is a more sweet, smoky sort of scent. It definitely has that sort of vanilla note or marshmallow sort of note. So really love this one. Then I have the winter candle from Bath & Body Works. The notes on this are white woods, pine needles, sparkling clementine, and spice clove. And this one I love having. I've bought this one for a few years now at Christmas time. I like having something that smells very Christmassy, especially in my apartment. I don't have a Christmas tree, so it just adds that kind of Christmas feel, especially with the pine note I really enjoy. So this one is a favorite that I buy every year. And then another favorite of mine, I love all of these candles. They're all like ones that I've repurchased a lot over the years. But this is Champagne Toast. And the notes on this are glittering champagne, wild berries, and tangerine zest. And this one really has that sort of effervescent champagne note, also mixed with that sort of fresh or like zesty sort of fruit note. So this one's really nice. I love burning this around like New Year's sort of time. It's just a very sort of festive candle. So I really love this one as well. And then one that's not from Bath & Body Works. This I got as a Christmas gift this year, actually. This is from Archipelago. It's the Winter Frost Candle. And it's just a little votive. It came in really cute packaging with like snowflakes. But it's just a votive. I had this on my nightstand. And it's, I would say, sort of similar to the winter scent, but it's a little bit more of a pine scent. Just like a solely pine, I would say, scent. But this one is really nice as well. So those are all my candle empties. The cost of that category of what I used up was $44.49. So in total, for all the categories, the cost of what I used up was $206.16, which is sort of crazy because when I look at everything, it doesn't seem like it would be $200 worth of product, but that's what it is. And then specifically for the Sephora items that I used up, it was $61.92. And then finally, I do have some foil samples that I've gone through in the past 2 months. I've really been inspired lately to use up my foil samples, and I would say the inspiration has come from LS. If you haven't checked out her 365 Days of Samples series, I definitely recommend it. It was last year she started this series, and she was like trying to use up as many samples of hers as she can. So I really just enjoyed those videos because she would just talk about samples, if she liked them or not, and it just inspired me to go through my samples because they're the type of thing that can just tend to sit there and you don't really use them. So I definitely want to get through all my samples, and then when I get more, I just want to use them immediately versus having them kind of build up. So over the past 2 months, I actually have gone through 26 samples in total. I had a goal of this year of going through 50, but I'm already more than halfway there to that goal, so I am super happy with that. So of my samples, I have, like 20 foil packets and then like 6 perfume samples. So I'll just quickly go over all of these. So starting with the perfume samples, I have 2 little vials from Chloe. This is just the Chloe Eau de Perfume. And for Christmas, I got a Sephora favorite set that had, I think, like 7 different perfume little samples, and then you could redeem for a roller ball. So that kind of got me into like the sample mode of using stuff and trying out things. And I ended up really liking the Chloe. That's actually what I got the roller ball of, but I had one from that set and then I had another one to kind of try out. So really enjoyed that. Then I have the Alien sample from Terry Mugler. I actually have this in a purse spray as well. But I just had a little bit left in this sample, so I thought I would just go ahead and use it up. But it really made me see how much I like this scent. I'm actually wearing it today, and I just really, really like it. So that I used up. And then another one that was a favorite of mine, this is one that I had a few years ago. It was the Daisy Oh So Fresh from Marc Jacobs. I had it in the full-size bottle, and this was like a sample of it that I just recently used up. So it just kind of reminded me back of when I was using that scent. I did enjoy that. This was it's kind of a weird sample. It came from like a magazine or something like that. So it's not in a glass container. It's just like plastic with cardboard. So kind of an interesting looking perfume sample, but use that one. Another one that I had gotten in the Sephora favorite set was the Product Candy, and I've tried this one before. It's a very, I would say, more like powdery scent. Like, it is pleasant. It's nothing I would never buy in the full size though, but you know, some of these are just kind of fun to just try out and use. So that one I used. And then finally I had the Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy. This is one I liked more. I never had it in the full size, but I liked it more, I would say, like 6 or 7 years ago. But now I feel like at this point in my life, I feel like it's a little bit more of a young scent. It's a little more like a fruity scent, where now I'm gravitating more towards sort of floral type scents. So this one was kind of like fun to use up. I didn't have a ton of it left, but it kind of reminded me of a certain point in my life. But anyway, those were my perfume samples, and then moving on to the foil packets, I'll just try to get through these quickly. I guess this one was kind of a perfume foil packet one. It was one that has the little like towelette thing, so it's just like a single use, which I really don't like that for perfume samples. I really want to try and use something like at least a few times to see if I like it. This was like a kind of, you can only use it once. It was a nice scent. It is a floral scent, but I mean, I'm not enticed to buy it off of just using it once, but to use that one. I do have one makeup sample I went through. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. So it is nice. They did give you like a fair, medium, and dark golden option. To be honest, even for me, the fair was a little bit too dark, a little bit too yellow, I'd say. So I tried using this, but it was just too dark. So it's hard for me to like see if I really like something when the color doesn't really work. And I know it's hard for, I feel like skincare samples, like you can try out, perfume samples, like everyone can try out. I think concealer, foundation samples, like the chance you're going to get the right color for you are not very high. So I feel like they're just kind of a waste of a sample. Like I wish that the samples were more like universal, like everyone could kind of use them. So anyway, I didn't use up the other colors, but it's based on the sample. It's nothing that I would like rush out and buy. So that's that. Let's see. I have some stuff from L'Occitane. So I have their repairing shampoo. It was like for dry and damaged hair. I do like trying out shampoo samples just to see if, you know, it does anything special. I don't remember anything particular about this. I don't think I hated it, but I don't think it was something I was like life-changing or anything. And as I said before, I just use like drugstore shampoos, and I don't think I would buy specifically like a L'Occitane shampoo or spend that much money on a shampoo. So, you know, fun to use, but nothing I need in the full size. Also from L'Occitane, I have 2 of their milk concentrates, like a body lotion, body butter sort of product. So I had 2 samples of this. This was nice to use. It's just kind of a thick body lotion. It wasn't very scented. So it was really nice to use. It's just, again, I don't think I would purchase the full size of this. I mean, if I got it as a gift, I definitely would use it, but nothing that was like absolutely amazing. I have to have it sort of thing. So I used up those. I do have a hair oil sample. This is the Marula oil. It's the Rare Oil Treatment. And on the back it says, actually says it's for hair and skin, but then the directions say like you can use it on damp hair before blow drying, or you can use it on dry hair to smooth flyaways. So I more used it when my hair was damp. I mean, I don't find it anything super amazing. I certainly didn't use it on my skin. I mean, I suppose you can. I mean, in my eyes, if I'm going to use an oil in my hair, I don't think I would want to actually then put it on my skin. That makes me a little scared. I'm sure it would be fine, but it's more of a psychological thing, I guess. But, yeah, nothing I absolutely would, like, need to go out and buy. I don't feel like it was any sort of miracle product or anything. So I used up that. I think the rest of the stuff now is just skincare samples, I'm pretty sure. I used up some stuff from First Aid Beauty from their like hydration sort of line. Intense hydration for dry skin. So I have more oily skin, but I do really like in the winter, like some of their samples are nice products, like I trust their stuff. So I do like getting samples from them. So I have 2 of the Ultra Repair creams. I feel like I've gone through other samples of this as well. It's just kind of a nice, I use it more like for like a night type cream. So I used up 2 of these, so I like those. And then there was also the Ultra Repair Hydro Firm Sleeping Cream. To be honest, I don't recall much of a difference between the specific sleeping cream versus the Ultra Repair cream. I liked both of them. I can't tell you what the difference between these were. And finally, I used up their Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, which I did like this serum. Actually had from Sephora recently. Or I think they might still have a 100-point perk of the serum, so I recently picked that up. So I could take like a serum when I travel. So I did like this, and now I have a like travel more deluxe size of that product. Kind of a fun product that I used. This was from the brand, I guess Kale Lion is the name. I think I'm saying that, hopefully I'm saying that right. But what it is this like a mask that's in like 2 different steps, or I guess it could be 2 different masks on their own, or you can use them together. So this first step of it was this Blackhead Steam Pore Pack. So it's like a mud mask, but it has like exfoliating particles. And what you're supposed to do, you like massage it onto your skin for like 2 minutes. So you kind of exfoliate your skin, and then you kind of wear it as like a mud mask for, I think it says 10 to 15 minutes. And it's like actually like heats up, like kind of you massaging it onto your skin kind of activates the mask. So it's like kind of this hot mask, but it's not really unpleasant. It's just like an interesting sort of feel. It wasn't unpleasant like the sheet mask from Yes to Tomatoes. It was, I don't know, I enjoyed using it. So you wear that on your skin like 10 to 15 minutes, you rinse it off, and you follow it up with a step 2, which is the original pore pack. And this is like a cooling sort of mask. So they say on the back you can put it in the refrigerator to get it a little more cold. So it was just kind of a nice experience, starting off with the hot mask, then going to the cool mask. It was just like a single-use sort of product, so I can't say I saw amazing results or anything from it, but I did enjoy using it. So I would consider purchasing that in the full size at some point in the future. It was fun to use. I might have to look up some more reviews and see what people feel about the actual performance of it, but I did enjoy using it. It did spark my interest. Another L'Occitane sample. This is the Precious Cream. It's just sort of, you know, it's just a basic, I would say basic, just like I use this more like a night cream sort of product, just more of a heavy sort of moisturizer. So I did like this. Again, I don't know if there's a lot of stuff from the samples I would necessarily consider buying. I don't think this one would be one of them, but you know, I don't really have a complaint about it. Let's see, this one, what brand is this? I think I cut it off. It's like LXMI, which I've never really heard of this brand before, but it's the Creme Denial. It's like also night, I would say it's like a night cream, I think. No, it says you can use morning and evening. This one, I don't know the brand. I don't think I have much to say about this one. Like some things, it's kind of telling if you don't have a memory of it. You're like, it wasn't like horrible, it wasn't amazing. So used up that one. Definitely wouldn't buy the full size of that. I have one from Clarins. This is a super restorative nighttime mask. Again, it was perfectly fine, but it wasn't anything super amazing, I would say. So nothing I'd buy the full size of there. And some of these samples, like I think this might have came from like a magazine or something, because I know they don't sell Clarins at Sephora. Another thing I got from a magazine sample, because it was like literally like maybe enough for like maybe 1.5 applications. It was like a ridiculously small amount of product in here. This was the Lancome Visionaire Beauty Sleep Perfector. Yeah, this is like a gel sort of consistency. It was weird, and then it like they barely give you anything in the sample, so I'm like, what's the point if you can't really even use it? Like, what's the point of the sample? But that I definitely wouldn't buy in the full size. Something I totally wouldn't buy, I know for sure I wouldn't buy this in the full size. This is the Shiseido Sun Protection SPF 50. And I always see this sunscreen as like a high-end sunscreen. It just seems sort of iconic. And I had never tried it, and I had this sample, so I was like interested. Like, is it amazing? What's up with this? But I would say it's a sunscreen. You know, some sunscreens, like, it's like doesn't sink into your skin. It's very obvious you're wearing sunscreen. That was this. I use a sunscreen currently. It's from Ulta MD. I've been using that one for a few years now. It's really good for more acne prone sensitive skin. But that one sinks in so quickly. It doesn't make you feel greasy. Like, I really love that. this one was more like a typical sunscreen, so I don't really see what's so special about this one. Definitely would not buy that in the full size. I have from Tatcha, this is the One Step Camilla Cleansing Oil. This was nice to use, but it was kind of messy for a sample since it's like a foil packet. It was kind of hard to use. I don't know if I'd necessarily use a cleansing oil. It's kind of intrigued me, to be honest. Currently I use like micellar water to take off makeup, so this was kind of fun to use, but I don't know if I'd necessarily purchase the full size, but this one was nice. It starts off with an oil you apply to dry skin, and then you apply a little bit of water and kind of work it in, and it comes more into like a milky sort of texture. So I did enjoy the process of using this, but I don't think I'd buy this in the full size. Another oil, so the Josie Maran Argan Oil, I also had a foil packet of it, so once I used up the little vial container, I used up this one as well. Again, I don't think I'd buy this in the full size. I have other oils I like better, but you know, it was nice. Almost finished. I have, what brand is this? Luxem? No, it's in Lucerne? I don't know. This was like a collagen sort of serum. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think this did much, so wouldn't buy that on the full size. And then finally, a product. Hey guys, so my video cut off when I was talking about my last item. Anyway, so this is the Algentist Concentrated Color Correcting Dots. It's in the blue color, and when I first got this, I thought it like you added it to like a foundation or something to make the color like a little lighter if it was like too dark, but actually this is more color correcting like for your face, so it really kind of confused me of what it really does. It says it's like a serum, you're supposed to add it to like your skincare. Yeah, I don't know if it actually really did anything, and I'm not even sure what it's supposed to do really. It has a bunch of information on it, but it just kind of confused me. So this again is not something I purchase in the full size. So I know, super long video, but that is everything. I think definitely in the future I'm gonna have to do these on a monthly basis versus having everything build up so much. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you stuck through the whole thing, you're awesome. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.